Well, today we're going to go for a walk along the foreshore of Wallace Lake, just around the town of Forster. I'm just going to head down from where I am now, Little Street Baths, down to round about the bridge. These baths here are made. I've been here for a long time. At least 60 years that I know of. We walk along here. As you can see, beautiful little spot to go swimming. A bit windy and cold today. The only thing it's good for is fishing. This part is a floating part, so it goes up and down with the tide. As you can see with this step onto the ramp, it is flexible. A couple more people fishing. Catching anything?
Absolutely nothing.
Just the cold.
We're chucking it in for the day,
Are you?
so to speak. Well, we'll try another spot.
Yeah.
The wind was unexpected.
Yeah, oh well. Feels good though. That's the pool here. Kids jump up on the guardrail here and jump in. It's fairly deep at that end. And there's it used to be protected from the outside. Not that many man-eaters swim up the lake, but you do get the occasional one. There you go, matey.
There you go.
Mate. You can see it's a pretty popular walk, especially when it's holiday season. And soon it will be holiday season. Actually, today is the last day of school before the winter holidays. They start on Monday, so people will be coming up here to Forster-Tuncurry, Great Lakes area, spend a week or two. At least we've finished with the bad weather, which happened a few days ago, and hopefully she'll be fine for all the tourists, and they'll have a great time up here and spend lots of money. There's many of these little boat sheds around. My father used to own one along the lake along here, and he used to get us kids to go in there and sit there basically on watch and hire the boats out to the tourists that would come along. Back then they were just clinker built 3.5 horsepower Blacksland Ray engines. Either had a throttle with a carburettor, or you had a little dial for the vaporizer type. Carburetors were always the best. They could actually go faster than the vaporizers. There you go, matey. Hello, how are you? Great time to read a book. Across the road there is that lakeside takeaway, fish, chips and burgers. I've been told it's got some of the best chips in town. When I was teaching Taekwondo just a couple of blocks down here, I'd always go in there on a winter afternoon before I'd start class and get myself half a dozen potato scallops. don't know what a potato scallop is, it's a scallop of potato in batter and deep fried. Lots of salt, delicious. So just across the road here, down there, that's the courthouse, and the police station is the bigger building. Courthouse is the smaller one. Right next to that, there used to be the Forster Tuncury Memorial Hall, community hall, however. They pulled it down. I taught Taekwondo in that hall for 20 years. Yeah, just behind that bus stand there was a old weatherboard building. So we used to have all our school functions and dances. And here we got a memorial for the people who served in our armed forces and gave their ultimate sacrifice. And we have the Anzac Day celebrations or commemorations here. Vietnam, veterans. It's all pretty good. It's beneficial to society to remember these things and to get history correct and not to make it up to suit yourself, like is what's happening around the world at the moment. So we got dragged into the Vietnam War, help out America. I mean, respect those people who volunteered and went, and then we also had conscription for the Vietnam War, which wasn't a very popular thing. See, over there is a hotel where you can get your cold bevies and a bit of food, and it's just the start of the main street to Forster. If we walk right down here, right around there, down that way there, we go around that big building that you can see there, just around the corner, and we go underneath the bridge. Okay, I'll just have a little look around here, looking back to where we started there. That's the little street baths up there behind that boat, further down. So I'll just walk back to the War Memorial area and just show you these few things here. We're commemorating the Vietnam War. When at 62 we got out at the end of 72. 1973 basically was when we're totally finished with it. Pigeons. So walking down here to the last boat sheds towards the bridge. This whole area used to be all boat sheds, but they knocked down a fair few, and then we restarted more boat sheds there. They knocked down the boat shed so they could put this wall in. So that's where we started way up there. Come down around. There's an island over there. Lots of people go over to that part of the sandbank during the holidays and just all laze around and have fun in the sun, on the sand. It's a public toilet block. Refurbishing the wharf in here, and we have whale watching cruises that go out ahead, and you have the humpback whales go past here every year. Going south and north again. But just at the back of the shops here in Main Street of Forster is just the other side of these shops. But along here there's many restaurants and eateries. Very hard to find a car park, even now. During the holidays, almost impossible. But they are monitored car parks, and if you park here too long, it's going to cost you money, so people do stick to the rules and regulations, which is good. A floating pontoon will make for very good fishing spots. It's a little bit windy today, I've got to keep holding my hat on. There's another access point for your boats. As kids we used to swim across here onto the island there. It used to be fantastic. There was a big sandhill there. Looks like it's being grown over now, but you come screaming down there and just straight into the water. This is Gregory Reserve. Went to school with the Gregory kids. You go, mate. So a little bit of history about the site here. I think I told you in my last vlog about the bridge and the ferry that used to go across backwards and forwards. Well, there she is there, one of the first ferries anyway. A 6-car punt it was. It fit 6 cars on it. And then there's more history there. On the 1st of July 1940, Wiley Gregory started the punt service. Before that, you probably had to drive many, many miles to get around from south in a town called Bulladili. You come along the lakesway towards the ocean and then up to Forster. But back then there wasn't as many people that used to come here, but now there's hundreds of thousands. How you going, guys? How you going? Here we are back under the bridge again, where I ended my last vlog. You see those leases over there? Well, they're all up and down the lake. And Wallace Lake oysters are some of the best oysters in the world. Undisputable. Even better than Sydney rock oysters. So that's the vlog for today, guys. Just to walk along the foreshore, the Little Street Baths, down to the Forster Tuncury Bridge. just before the winter school holidays of 2025.